Hey, what's up guys? This is Nick at barben.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing Micronized Creatine from AI Sports Nutrition. So AI Sports Nutrition is based in North Canton, Ohio. And they sell a pretty wide variety of different sports nutrition products, from your basic whey protein to some pretty unusual products like sports probiotics and human growth hormone support. I've tried a few of their products before, including their greens powder. This here is their Micronized Creatine powder. So let's take a closer look. So in AI Sports Nutrition's creatine, there is just one ingredient, which of course is creatine. It's micronized creatine. Funnily enough, it doesn't actually say what kind of creatine it is, but since this is a pretty cheap product, it's probably creatine monohydrate, although I can't actually say for sure. Creatine monohydrate, of course, is the most widely used and researched form of creatine. And creatine itself, it's naturally found in meat and has a very strong link to muscle power output and size and endurance. And there may also be potentially some neurological benefits as well. This creatine is micronized, so what that means is that it's processed a little bit more than regular creatine. The texture is a bit fluffier, and it disperses a bit more easily in water, in fluid, so it's less likely to result in like a little pile of creatine at the bottom of your shaker if you leave it sitting for a little while. So most people do tend to prefer micronized creatine. You get 5 grams in one scoop, that's the standard dose. A couple of things that are worth pointing out with this product is that it doesn't have any third-party testing in it. So, for instance, a lot of people like to have their creatine tested by a group like Informed Choice, which tests it for banned substances and things like that. AI Sports Nutrition appears to have forewent that particular option. So if you're really, if you're very, very concerned about accidentally ingesting banned substances or byproducts like creatinine, this may not be have quite the same level of quality control that you may be used to. Nonetheless, there are no artificial ingredients and no extras added into this product as well. There are no carbs, no BCAAs or anything like that. So it should be pretty straight creatine. So as far as the price goes, this tub here is about 300 grams. You get 60 servings and it costs just $8. So that's going to come to 13 cents per serving or 2.6 cents per gram of creatine, which is very, very cheap. Most creatine, plain creatine monohydrate supplements, they're usually about like 3, 4, 5 cents per gram of creatine. The cheapest I've ever seen is 2.3 cents per gram of creatine. This is 2.6, so it's very, very cheap and definitely one of the biggest advantages of this product. So the main things that I liked about the micronized creatine from AI Sports Nutrition is that first of all it is micronized, so it disperses a bit more easily in fluid. There are no artificial ingredients, no sweeteners or flavors or anything like that, which a lot of people try and stay clear of, particularly things like sucralose and acesulfame potassium and other very common artificial sweeteners like that. It also comes with its own scoop, which is nice. A lot of creatine supplements don't, so you don't need to measure out the 5 grams for each particular serving. In addition to that, the main number one benefit of this product, in my opinion, is that it is very, very cheap. One of the cheapest creatine supplements on the market, in my opinion. A few things you might not be quite so crazy about micronized creatine. Some people like to have extra ingredients in their creatine. Like there's some evidence that maybe having some carbohydrates with it may help drive it toward the muscles a bit more quickly, things like that. This is just straight plain creatine. In addition to that, it doesn't tell you what kind of creatine it is. It's very likely creatine monohydrate, but the word doesn't actually appear anywhere on the marketing. So I would have liked a bit more information as to exactly what is in the tub. On that note, there's no real information on here about allergens. If you have very sensitive allergies, this doesn't say if it's been certified as like gluten-free or free of other potential allergens like fish, shellfish, things like that, which is something that some athletes, is very important to some athletes. Finally, that has not undergone any third-party testing for like banned substances and byproducts like creatinine and things like that. So if it's really important to you that you have third-party testing to make sure there's nothing in this that may cause like problems with the doping tests and things like that, this may not reach the level of quality control that you're used to. All right, so those are my thoughts on micronized creatine from AI Sports Nutrition. For the full review, check out the link below at barben.com.